Okay, cool. This thing's on. Well, guys, that last video aged well. Didn't start a towing business. Kind of got a little plot twist. Back in the day when I was making more videos on YouTube, I had a red EG hatch that I loved to death, but then got in an accident with. And that really caused a problem with me making the content that I wanted to make, because then that car was gone and all those plans I had were up to the wind. Well, now I have a little surprise for you guys. I got another one. This one is not a 1992, but it is a 95 CX, just like the old one. I think it's got the 1.5, no VTEC. Not yet, but brings me back to all of the times that I had my old one. These seats are a really ugly blue, but my old seats were black leather. This is owned by a young couple, and I'm going to say this very nicely. The guy definitely needed to get away from an AutoZone sticker catalog. There was ugly stuff everywhere. I mean, look, not my personal favorite, but we digress. Definitely gonna make this thing look way better. My family lives in Northwest Ohio, so to find a Honda Civic that isn't molested or not rusted out is kind of rare to find. I actually had to drive down to Cincinnati to find this one, and it was dirt cheap. Now, the things that are wrong with the vehicle, possible blown head gasket. It did not want to roll. But yesterday, when we were getting it off the trailer, we had to slide it off the ramps. We got it off the trailer, and I had to lift up the back wheels and smack them with a sledgehammer. The back wheels broke free, and then it wanted to roll. So that was a good sign for at least the drivetrain, that the drivetrain was good and that we were able to drive it when the time comes. Don't know if the brakes work. We'll see about that. Then we checked the dipstick, and the dipstick was like 3 or 4 quarts above the fill line, which, take that as you will. You know, that could mean that there's water in the engine and it's at the bottom and then oil's going to be on top. Or somebody filled this with like 8 quarts of oil when it only asks for 5 or 4, I think. So we'll definitely have to do that today. That's the plan. We're going to drain the oil, put the correct amount of oil in, and then I got a kit for the spark plugs because when we went to go check to see if it had spark, the jackets where the spark plugs are at were full of oil. So once we get that and we can confirm that it's spark and the spark plugs aren't getting faulted out by oil, and we give this the right amount of oil, we're going to try and crank it over and see if it starts. Man, I wish I would have got this on video. When I pulled these out, you could just hear the oil squish. So this is the first one. Just a little bit of oil. It's going to get progressively worse. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, I'd say that's the bad one. You know, recently, all my projects, every time I buy one, my dad asks me, does it run? And I always try to tell him, yeah, it runs. This one definitely didn't run. But we're gonna see what this can do for them. The spark plug jackets. Is that what that's called? I don't know if it's a spark plug jacket. I really don't. But that's what I'm going to call it for now. I never had to do this on my old one, so this is going to be interesting. So this is the valve cover kit for your seals and O-rings for this car specifically. Then we got new spark plugs and an oil filter. My oil's over there in that truck. And that'll at least seal this up and confirm that we have the right amount of oil. And then after that, just kind of open. This is also the first time I've ever seen what's under this valve cover. So the oil was like coffee brown. By like coffee, I mean like black coffee, not like with cream or anything in it, so it doesn't have the elusive chocolate milk. But definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Gotta remember to put that ground back there. That was leaking a little bit around that seal. Alright, so here's the first look. That out of the way. Not too bad. Definitely getting into the those jackets. I'll show you guys here in a sec. Oh yeah, definitely getting in there. Not too bad. Nothing milky. Gonna get a new. I got a new one of those to go with this. Ooh, one thing I wanted to check: my timing chain. Doesn't look too bad. Hopefully it's been replaced soon. If not, that's gonna be part of what's gonna go on the list. Definitely gonna get a new timing chain and a water pump. Oh, I can see why they're there. If you guys can see down there, there's a giant wasp's nest. Definitely gonna have to take care of that. Gonna get the new gaskets all put on this, get it all cleaned up, and then oil will be the next thing to do. Okay, depending on where you go for your guys' parts, I go to AutoZone, judge me if you will, but this is the part number and the kit. It comes with valve cover, liner, and the ones that go inside the what's it here? Don't know the exact term. Couple small ones. That's what it comes with. This was honestly ridiculously easy. These bigger pieces go right here, and then the smaller ones go here for the studs. And then these were on the inside, super easy to take out and put back in. And then we just got this one here that we just gotta set in there. And then this should be good. Gonna spray these out with carb cleaner or any kind of like brake cleaner to get it all cleaned out. Hopefully there's not a lot of oil in there. Yeah, I'd say we got some oil in those tunnels. Tunnels, jackets, again, don't know what they're called, but there's definitely oil there. Definitely confirms what I'm thinking. Haven't even dipped this in oil, nothing. There was no way that this engine was going to turn over and start because the oil is all the way up to the, yeah. I'm surprised it even turned over. We'll get all these out, drain the oil, and see what happens. Okay, now that we got the gasket for the valve cover all done, I'm gonna drain the oil and then fill it up with the right amount. Yep, not good, not good. Wish I would've got that on video. Ah, shit. Not good. There was a lot of antifreeze that just came out of that. Whew. Ah. Damn it. Well, looks like we're doing head gasket. Well, that answers that. That means we gotta do a head gasket change because that was a lot of antifreeze. Kind of expected it. I mean, they said blown head gasket. That really explains why the oil was so high, because, you know, antifreeze is heavier than oil. So the antifreeze is going to come out of the drain plug before the oil. Well, guys, I think that's it for this video. The next video is probably going to be me pulling the motor. Either pulling the motor. Yeah, I'm going to pull the motor. Yeah, that's happening. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Catch you on the flip side.